Am I detained? Am I detained?
You need to.
Am I detained?
You need to.
Am I detained? Yes or no?
I'm asking you to step away.
I'm not going to comply with your requests.
Officer Sean Bang, 2029.
I can't be. I don't want to be on camera. You're feeling me.
You break the law, you're going to deal with the citizen. Me. Did I make myself clear? Would you like to now call your supervisor?
This is not how this goes.
Shut.
Why would that be any of your business? I'm just hanging out.
Because you have a Canada driver's license. You don't have a where's your California driver's license?
A bold citizen flips the script when deputies try to intimidate him over a parked cruiser. What starts as a petty confrontation turns into a First Amendment masterclass. He shuts them down with wit, law, and unshakable calm. When they try to act tough, he fires back harder, demanding badge numbers, calling out their ignorance, and reminding them who really pays for that squad car. If you've ever wanted to watch a tyrant cop get verbally wrecked and walked off with nothing, this is it. Stick around, it only gets spicier.
Get away from my car. Jokester. You must be from another planet.
Yeah, I think you are.
I am. I'm from the planet of reality.
Yeah.
You're right.
You can step away from me.
No, I can step. Am I being detained?
What's that?
Am I being detained?
No, but you're
Great.
harassing me, and you should probably stop.
You can go.
Yeah, I can go.
Go. I'm not blocking you. Go.
Okay.
You don't want to be harassed, as you say. I'm harassing you.
Well,
Go.
you are.
Go. Have you heard of that thing called? Oh wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Hold on.
Yeah.
When I became a U.S. citizen, they taught me something about freedoms.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I remember those things.
Right.
I remember First Amendment?
What's that?
Oh, you don't know?
No. Why don't you?
Oh, but you just say I'm harassing you. Do you know something about? Let's see. It starts with a F-R-E-E.
Okay. Well, you can.
Exactly.
You know what it is?
I do. I know exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. So who are we waiting for? Right. So we want to have a chat? You want to have a chat? Oh, look at that. That's another female lady. You don't want to send any man?
So he's filming and she's like, my car.
Oh, there they come. Great. Great. Where's the sergeant? Where's the sergeant? Who is he? Officer or deputy saying? Am I detained? Am I detained?
You need to.
Am I detained?
You need to.
Am I detained? Yes or no?
I'm asking you to step away.
I'm not going to comply with your requests. Am I detained? Am I
I
detained?
will be detained, sir.
That's right. Then if I'm not detained, I can stand wherever I want. Are we done here?
Wait.
From who?
You're in my bubble, sir.
In your bubble? You're funny. In your bubble. Okay. Bubbly bubble. In your bubble. Well, maybe I want to burst your bubble.
Out of my car, sir. Step away from my car.
That's my car.
No, it is not your car.
My car.
No.
My.
No.
Okay.
It's the sheriff's office car.
Yeah. Paid by me. By my tax dollars. I own you. I own you. I own you. By the way, identify yourselves properly. Same badge number. Who are you? Redmond?
Why don't you identify yourself? Yeah.
And you, sir?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Go away.
I don't think so. Who are you?
Why are you being in pain right now?
Because I want to.
Because you're bored?
No.
Sounds like you're bored.
No. Because you showed me attitude.
Oh.
Do you see how it works?
When you're going into my car
That's right.
with my personal
Are you in public?
belongings in there,
Are you in public? Are you in public?
It doesn't matter.
Are you in public?
Stop yelling at me.
No expectation of privacy.
You don't need to yell at me.
I'm going to do exactly what I'm allowed to do.
We're done talking.
Freedom of speech, get back in your car and get lost.
Yeah. You're
If
in
we're done
audit.
talking,
Right now, you can walk away. This is
I don't
our
have
office.
to. I'm not detained.
You
I'm not detained. I'm free man. I'm free man. If I want to go, I'll go. If I want to stay, I'll stay. If I want to get in your faces and educate you about my rights, I will.
Yeah, you want to get in my face? Try it.
Are you sure? You already tried. Some of your boys tried. Go inside there and ask for my name. I just went in there and got public records. Okay? They tried. Guess what happened?
Yep. You can talk to
Release.
supervisor.
No
Supervisor will be
charges.
here shortly.
No charges. The bastard who arrested me by one of you gangsters didn't even have a guts to put his name on a criminal citation. Right.
What's your name?
Go inside and ask. Go inside and ask. I'm not scared. Go. You'll find out. Call your sheriff. He'll tell you who I am. Tell him a short little guy with a Russian accent, okay, who has the guts and the balls to stand up to any tyrant. And then you'll know who I am.
Step away from my car. Get away from my car.
I am not detained. I'm free to move around as I please. Especially tyrants like you who don't even have the respect to identify themselves. You're gonna tell me to step away from your car when you're in public? Go behind the cage. Okay? Go behind the cage. Exactly. Get lost.
Yeah, whatever.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
Tyrants come, tyrants go. Piss off. Don't ever harass citizens again. And don't you dare follow me.
This video captures a fiery First Amendment audit showdown inside Boston City Hall. When auditors calmly film in a public lobby, things escalate fast. Staff demand they stop recording, one even threatens to kick them out. But the auditors stand firm, citing their rights and exposing how quickly public employees react when a camera's rolling. As the tension rises, it becomes clear this isn't just about filming. It's about testing who truly respects the Constitution. Stick around. It's not just drama, it's accountability.
I can't be. I don't want to be. I don't want to be on camera. You're feeling me. Well, you said the keyword. You said the keyword.
I'm letting you know now.
No, I'm letting you know.
Step back over that side, please, and thank you.
I'm not trespassing. I'm in the lobby area right here.
All right. So either you're gonna go over that side, or you can go back out the building.
Well, who's gonna do
Step
that?
back over that side.
I have the right to be here. Look, I have the right. I have the right to be here. You can't just tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do.
0 to the mayor's office.
Well, you should. If you don't got time for it, you should have just ignored the camera guy. But instead you want to create a problem. I'm by the furniture, so.
With the blue shirt.
I'm just filming. Done nothing wrong. I bet you if we didn't have a camera, she wouldn't have a problem with us being right here in the lobby. This is the mayor's lobby. So I'm being threatened to be kicked out of the lobby for exercising my First Amendment. Hey. Sergeant, can you tell her to leave us alone, please?
Yeah, you should ask him to wait over by the desk. I couldn't stay over by the desk. He has an issue by the desk.
I have the right to be here in this area. I do. If you don't like it,
Go back over by the desk.
I have the right to be in this area.
She go get him on. He wants to go on.
You said you threatened to kick me out of the building. When is that going to happen?
Because she asked you to stay over there.
Well, I'm not a dog, okay? I stand wherever I want. And if you don't like it, you can stand outside because over here, this is our... Actually, I do. You see, you're hired by the city. Actually, I do. That's the walk of shame, actually. Hi, are you here to talk to us?
Just called up.
All right, cool, bro. Listen, my name's Enrique. Nice to meet you. Colon.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
We have the right to be here and film, right?
The publicly accessible lobby.
I have the right to sit in that couch.
Obviously, we know not to go beyond.
Yeah,
this.
as long as you're not behind that.
Yeah.
You're good.
But we stay in the lobby. That's fine.
Should be as long as.
Yeah, exactly.
Was there a reason why that lady threatened to kick us out?
I wasn't up here, so I have no idea. I wasn't here, so I couldn't answer.
All right. Well, you guys are doing an excellent job. You were so nice earlier, and I told you, you're very nice. We praise good employees. All we're looking is for that very initial reaction. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. If we see somebody, we want to see how far people are willing to take their feelings. The first thing she said was, not her, the other lady. Yeah. The first thing she said was, well, I don't want to be on video. Boom. Automatically lets us know what we're trying to find out. She doesn't want to be on video. Then we want to see how far she's willing to take it, or he's willing to take it, or whoever. Whether it's a security officer or a police officer, we want to know how far they're willing to take it, even if it means that I got to go to jail. Because I've done nothing wrong. I'll be right out. They may think that they messed up my day, but I'll be right out, like within an hour and 22 minutes.
For you guys. What's on like these guys? There's no signage or anything.
Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Ball 105.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Just staff and stuff. That's why. Don't really want to.
No, I just didn't know there was no signage. I was curious. I wasn't sure like what was going on.
Yeah.
What was behind there or whatever.
Yeah, no. It's just office.
Well, we're still waiting for service. The lady said that she was going to come back and get us somebody. We're trying to make an appointment with the mayor because of the same situation. You see that we have all the police departments only in Boston, throughout the whole country. We go through the whole country, making sure that our right to film is being protected. The First Amendment.
Yeah, of course.
Not in Boston police departments. Now it's they say that it's private.
The police commissioner put a notice on all the taxpayer-funded police departments, headquarters, substations, saying if you go in there and you film or audio record, you could get arrested. So
yeah. You know what? Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and get going. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your name was what again?
Sergeant
Kanya. Kanya. Thank you so much. I really appreciate for talking good about police officers. I ain't gonna lie, we've gone viral more times because of fucked up shit that's happened. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? We love good, courteous public employees. The girl that was there, she had no problem. You have no problem. But there's always one person that has a problem. So everywhere, it's not 100% accuracy on the on great performance. But there's always room for improvement. So can we count on you guys talking to that lady, letting her know that, hey, do you even know where you're working, girl? You know? All right. Well, thank you guys. You guys take care. We're gonna we'll just come back because I don't know what the reason is for taking too long. Yeah, we don't want to just sit here and wait forever, but we'll come back in about an hour. You still open, right?
You guys close at 4 or 5?
5:30.
5:30?
But this, I don't know.
The mayor's closes earlier.
The mayor closes early, yeah.
Oh, at 5?
Awesome. All right. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye. You take care. Awesome. Girl, you really tell me what you're gonna do if it hits the fan up in here.
My job, I guess.
What would you do if I ran, like if, let's say I ran in there right now.
I mean, you couldn't.
You gonna run after me too?
I just have to do my job. Yeah.
All right. Well, what type of office they got back here? What the hell does that mean? Do you know what that means?
I don't know what kind of room that is, no?
Well, there must be something important in there. They got the toughest person over here.
The world's beautiful, some of the world's toughest.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Is this my candid shot?
Yeah, you're looking very sharp. It looks like you take your time in the morning, right?
I try my best.
Or you probably wake up like that, huh?
As the words of Beyonce, I woke up like this.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for being nice. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and go which way? That way? This way?
Probably this way.
All right. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Officer Sean Bang, 2029.
Thank you so much. And you, sir?
Lieutenant Levy, 224.
Lieutenant?
Yep.
You look super young to be a lieutenant. What'd you do to make it up there so fast? Why don't you tell people over here?
Study. That's all you gotta do, man.
How many tests to become a lieutenant?
Wow, so we started in 2006. Got made sergeant in 2016. Got made lieutenant in 2020. So we got 3.
Nice, congratulations. Now, after that, the next step is you're gonna be a captain,
Hopefully.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then after the captain, you have who?
Nah, after the captain, that's it. After that, it depends on who. If the commissioner or the mayor wants to give me something else, that's what it depends on.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like a better paying job. Like, sounds like you'd be probably protecting like the governor or something, right?
Nah, I'm still here protecting regular citizens every day.
That's what I want to freaking hear. Thank you. And you guys, good? You guys doing good?
Excellent.
All right. Well, take care. Keep up the good work. Well, there you go.
Get back in your vehicle.
This guy absolutely destroys not one, but 2 clueless cops right to their face, with nothing but the law, a camera, and pure confidence. From calling out illegal U-turns to roasting a sergeant trying to warn him, this is one long reality. Check for law enforcement. You'll see them stutter, get schooled, and walk away in total shame. If you've ever wanted to see a citizen flip the script and take control, this is it.
I'll tell you.
Why are you following me?
Get back in your vehicle and take your aggression way down.
Are you
way down?
Dude, I don't know who's following me.
I am.
Okay, what's going on?
Identify yourself.
I'm Deputy Weed with the Clark County Sheriff's
Excellent.
Office.
Why are you following me?
What are you talking about following you?
Oh, really? Twice. You made an illegal U-turn following me.
I made a turn. Okay.
You made a turn?
Yeah,
Now,
can I show you what I was on?
Yeah, of course, you can also show what's on your vest there. A pretty cool last name for a cop. What do you guys think?
I don't care what you were on. I observed you following me twice. You did an illegal U-turn.
When did I
and when
follow
you
you?
noticed me, you started running from me.
What are you talking
Listen.
about?
Okay.
Would you like to speak to my supervisor?
Did I ask for it?
No.
No. I'm talking to you. So next time, when you break the law, you better watch yourself. I'm going to be watching you. You see the door there, Sheriff?
Yeah.
See public?
Yeah.
You work for me. Obey the law. You break the law, you're going to deal with the citizen. Me. Did I make myself clear? Did I make myself clear?
Can you log a plate Washington Boy Edward Victor 1361?
Would you like to now call your supervisor?
This is not how this goes.
Shut the hell up. It's exactly how this is going to go. You got a problem with that? You better call somebody here way above your rank.
Just send me a code 1 and that's right. We got somebody coming. You can just
Yeah?
you're not free to go.
What am I being detained for?
Dude,
what am I being detained for?
You're coming.
What am I being detained
You're
for?
free to
Articulate
go.
the crime.
You're free to go.
Oh, so I'm not free to go?
You are free to go.
Then I'm free to stay. Piss off. Get back in your car, piss off. Break the law again or you will deal with me again. Piss off.
Dude.
Piss off.
I'm not leaving
now.
Anywhere.
Now. You got a direct order from a citizen to piss off.
I think you're very, very, very confused as to...
I don't give a damn. You don't like it? Piss off.
I made a turn because I'm...
Piss off. We're done here. If I'm not detained, piss off.
I'm not going anywhere.
Then I'm not going anywhere.
Then you don't have to.
Well, then, exactly. Because I'm not detained. Because I'm free. Because
you are free.
Exactly.
You were the one who was following me.
Then you don't want to be followed? You don't want to be followed?
It's very odd.
Do you want to be followed? Yes or no?
It's very odd when people are following me.
When you break the law, when you break the law,
dude,
and I'm confronting you.
I'm on a call.
And now what? You're on a call? Go!
I was
go!
Dude.
Go! If you're on the call, go! Obviously, it's not an emergency. Obviously. Right? Because if it would be, you'd be leaving. But no, you're here harassing me.
This takes precedent. I don't even know what you're talking about me following you. I was not following you.
Yeah, well, I followed you because you were breaking the law. And then when you saw me, okay, when you made an illegal U-turn, you were going left, and I was going left.
Where was this?
Over there, 99th Street. You were making a left turn exactly on this street that you were going
50th
to.
Ave.
Then you made an illegal U-turn and you followed me.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what call are you on right now?
I'm on a call, reckless call, endangerment call.
Yeah.
For somebody that was going up Highway 99.
So what are you doing here?
Dude,
What are you doing here?
It doesn't.
What are you still doing here if there's nothing going on? What are you still doing here?
To it, and we were, dude. I'm not explaining it to you.
Exactly.
Of course, Officer B-Weed is speechless. He's busted and this man is calling him out hard. And this gets even better when the sergeant shows up. You're not going to want to miss that. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm not.
So why are you still here if you're supposed to be on the call, responding to a call?
I took myself off the call because somebody was following me.
I was following you.
Yeah.
When you were breaking the law, making illegal U-turns.
I flipped a U-turn
Yeah.
to go to a call.
And then you did another U-turn to go the other
I was cleared
direction.
from the call.
Yeah. With no lights on, right? And now when I confronted you, you wanted to make this about something, about being the detainment. What's the detainment for?
Dude, I said...
Yeah,
yes.
you said I'm being detained.
Why are you following me?
Why am I being... And then you said I'm not being detained. So what's the deal?
If you want to go.
Then you need to go.
Dude, that's not how it works, man.
Are we waiting for your sergeant?
Yeah, they're coming.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's wait for a sergeant. You got a business card?
I have one in my car.
I would like it, please.
Yeah, you'll get one.
Get one right now.
No.
Go get one right now.
No, it's not the way this works.
Well, that's how it's gonna work.
No.
I guarantee you that's how it's gonna work. You can get your lieutenant, you can get your internal affairs, you can get whoever you like. I confronted you because I witnessed my servant break the law multiple times, driving carelessly, and now you got an issue with that.
I need 2 U-turns.
Illegally.
Okay.
Illegally. And then you failed to turn, and then you failed to show a signal when you went into this neighborhood. That's another violation.
You have to understand that it's very weird for people to be following you.
And not at all. You're my public servant and I'm auditing you. That's how it works.
So is this something that you normally do? You just normally...
Yeah, normally I make sure that my servants are doing their job and not wasting my money. That's normally what I do.
Okay.
Just like you normally supposed to follow the law. Right? Right? When you don't have your emergency lights on, you're supposed to follow the law, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you were on call and you were clear to do something that you're authorized, you're supposed to have your lights on to let me know that you're doing something that you're authorized to do.
So I'm not going to sit here and debate with you that I didn't make a U-turn without turning my lights on. I didn't turn my lights on when I made the U-turn.
So you broke the law.
Okay, I committed a civil infraction. Yes.
There you go. You broke the law. And I confronted you. Is that what I did?
Yeah, you were following me, yeah.
Exactly. I followed you to audit you and confront you about your unlawful behavior.
Okay.
You got a problem with that?
Nope. You're welcome to file it with the Clark County and do whatever you want to do.
Okay. What are you doing here now? You're wasting your time?
No, we're waiting for a supervisor. He's going to come.
Why?
Because he's going to talk to you.
About what?
About my behavior, apparently.
I didn't ask for him.
No, you were yelling at me for me to go.
No, I was raising my voice and speaking freely as I'm allowed to do.
You're absolutely right. You're
right. It's freedom of speech.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And I hope everybody goes out there and exercises it.
That's exactly what I did. Do you got an issue with that? Do you have an issue with that?
Yeah, sort of.
Do you have an issue with me exercising my First Amendment?
No, not at all, man. That's why I'm out here.
Okay, that's why you're out here?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, let me ask you one more time. Why was I being detained?
Dude, I actually remember you. I remember you.
You remember me?
Yeah.
From where?
A couple of years ago.
From a couple of years ago?
Yeah, we were chasing up 50th Ave. We were chasing a stolen car. This is like 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't use I didn't use my blinker, and you did the exact same thing.
No. If that was you
on 29th Avenue.
Really?
Yes.
On 29th Avenue. That? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I remember it.
You remember it?
Yeah, it was a white Prius, guy in a white Prius, and you turned around and you rolled on the window and you like, follow the law, sir, follow the law. I do remember that.
That's right. So that was you again.
I was on a call again for a car.
You haven't learned. So you haven't learned how to follow the law. You see what I mean?
I see what you mean.
You haven't learned, right? If that was you, you ran, okay, with just briefly your lights on across 15th and 99th Street. If that was in fact you, okay, endangering me and the other person whom you nearly collided with.
I didn't nearly collide with anybody.
Yeah?
No,
I said nearly collided with. And then oh, I know this guy. I know this car.
Now check out the sergeant when he approaches, and I really like what he tells Officer B-Weed, and I also like even more how he tries to intimidate this cameraman because his feelings got a little hurt and absolutely fails.
I don't know. Yeah, I know the car. I don't know the guy, but I know the car. What's up?
He's following me. He said I made 2 illegal U-turns.
Which you admitted
and
to.
And he came up on me. And so I got out, and he immediately got at me, started yelling at me, and so
confronting you.
I told him he was free to leave.
No, you said first of all I was detained.
You have a charge on him?
Then you couldn't articulate nothing.
So he's not detained?
No.
Okay, get in your car and go.
Yeah, exactly. I told him to do the same thing.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you a sheriff?
I asked you a question. Are you going to answer it?
No.
Okay. See you later.
Take care. Don't break the law again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm not free to go. Okay?
What's that?
I'm free to go, right?
Yep.
Okay?
Free to go?
Get lost.
I don't think you understand. See, I'm also free to be here as well.
Good.
So,
if I don't want to talk to you, get lost.
No, I'm going to stay right here.
Get lost.
Tell me what you want.
I'll wait till you leave.
Okay.
I feel more comfortable when you go.
Okay.
Unless you got a lot of time to waste and waste my money.
Well, you pulled my deputy over.
Yes, I did.
For what reason?
For breaking the law.
Which law?
Failing to signal.
Which signal? Where did he fail the signal?
When he came into this neighborhood.
Where at?
Well, I don't know all the streets visually.
I'm going to give you a warning, though, okay?
But I got it on video.
That's great. That means you can reference it later.
Screw your warning, get lost.
If you
screw your warning,
interfere
get
with
lost.
my deputies again,
screw your warning,
you will
get
go to
lost.
jail. Do you understand
screw
that?
your law, get lost.
Do you understand that?
BS, get lost.
Okay.
Get in your car
so
and
it's
go.
on your phone.
Yeah.
That I told you that warning.
What warning? What's the crime?
If you interfere with my deputies
What's
again,
the crime?
obstruction. You can
Really?
look it up later.
It has to be physical.
No.
He was doing nothing.
No.
Nothing.
You're keeping him from doing his job.
Go and get lost.
I'm okay.
Okay?
I'm going to actually get lost because you're absolutely obnoxious.
You will get lost.
What's your YouTube channel?
Okay? I don't have a YouTube channel
You
where
don't?
I post
Why
stuff.
do you do this?
Okay?
Why do you do this?
I have a small channel.
What's
Oh,
it
we
called?
got another one.
What's it called?
What's it called?
You can go.
Look it up. Look it up. You know who I am.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I know you're antagonistic.
No.
And you're trying to escalate things. You're trying to get deputies
Really?
to use force on
So let's
you.
see.
You're trying to cause a
Deputies
problem.
break laws.
No, you're trying.
They
you're,
break laws.
You're trying to cause
They
issues.
harass citizens. They arrest citizens
harassing
falsely.
who right now?
And when I confront them, you got a problem with it.
I have a problem with how you do things. You are escalating a situation. You had a deputy pull over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
For breaking the law.
Right?
For breaking the law. For breaking the law.
You didn't explain to me which law.
I just told you.
No, you didn't. You
Twice
just said breaking
illegal
the law.
U-turn and failed to turn the signal.
Where was
and
the
then
illegal U-turn?
and then he tells me I'm being detained. Articulate the crime. No crime has been articulated. And immediately I'm undetained. Well, what is that? That's funny, huh?
Hold on. You were being detained because you stopped him?
No. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Of course.
He hangs out in front of the shops and at the 7-Eleven.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Let's make that clear too.
Yeah.
If the shops again, you are a trespass from our shops.
What shops?
Where you show up at
For what
47, 46. No,
For
I'm
what
just
crime?
trespassing you.
Really?
Yeah.
For no crime?
Because I have control of that.
You don't have that control.
Try it.
Okay.
He'll film everybody.
Try it. Try it. Serve it to me. Why don't you go ahead and serve it to me?
It's on your phone.
Yeah. Verbal trespass is BS.
Okay.
Okay? Have a good day. Verbal trespass is BS. Try it. Try to arrest me.
A Canadian Lamborghini owner schools a Beverly Hills cop who tries to ticket him for driving without a California license. But the cop has no clue about international driving laws. It only gets crazier when the officer threatens to tow. The Lambo. Damon stays calm, records everything, and files a formal complaint. The kicker, the cop never cites him for the actual reason he claimed to stop him. Total masterclass in how to handle arrogant authority.
How's it going?
How are you?
Good, thanks. Can I see your driver's license, please?
Yeah, sure.
You have your registration and insurance?
Yeah.
What brings you to California, man?
Excuse me?
I said, what brings you to California?
Why would that be any of your business? I'm just hanging out.
Because you have a Canada driver's license? You don't have a... Where's your California driver's license?
I don't live here. I give you a Canadian driver's
So that's
license.
exactly what I'm trying to figure out. You're giving me smart answers, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of something.
It's not a smart answer.
It
I don't.
kinda is.
You're not customs. I don't need to explain to you why I'm here.
Okay, so you need a California driver's license to drive in California.
No, you don't.
Are you a tourist?
Yes.
Okay, do you have your passport with you?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Do you have your international driver's license?
Excuse me?
Do you have your international driver's license?
You're a cop. You should know I don't need that. I'm a Canadian citizen. You have a treaty with us. I'm going to exit the vehicle to get my passport.
What is that? You actually do need it, just so you know.
No, you don't.
Okay, we'll find out right now.
Sure.
Okay.
Why'd you pull me over?
Your modified exhaust, the stop sign.
There's no modified exhaust.
Okay.
And the what?
Sit in the car.
The what were you about to say?
The stop sign you just ran.
I didn't run a stop sign.
I just saw you.
Which one?
Lamita, sit down.
Which one?
I just told you. You're so busy asking me questions. You're not answering you're not listening to my answers. I said the one on Lamitas.
I didn't run any stop sign. I have everything on camera.
Okay, that's fine. So do I.
Pardon?
I said so do I.
Sure.
Stay in the car, don't get out, man.
No, I won't. Wow. International driver's license. He obviously doesn't know what he's talking about.
The officer asks Mr. Fryer if he has an international driver's license and informs him that he is required to possess a driver's license issued by the state of California in order to legally drive in the state. The officer is likely referring to an international driving permit, which is commonly mistaken as an international driver's license, but does not carry the same degree of privilege as an actual license issued by a government body. An international driving permit is a translation of a domestic driver's license that allows the holder to drive a private motor vehicle in any country or jurisdiction that recognizes the document. International driving permits are governed by 3 international conventions: the 1926 Paris International Convention relative to motor traffic, the 1949 Geneva Convention on road traffic, and the 1968 Vienna Convention on road traffic. When a state is contracted to more than one convention, the newest one terminates and replaces previous ones. International driving permits are currently recognized by approximately 150 countries and jurisdictions under the authority of the Vienna and Geneva Conventions, respectively. Although the United States is among the countries that recognizes international driving permits, they are not necessarily required in every situation, and each state has the power to dictate what form of driver's license they choose to accept. However, in 1943, the United States entered into an exclusive agreement with Canada, Mexico, and other South American countries that allowed interstate travel without the requirement for an international driving permit at the Convention on the Regulation of Inter-American Automotive Traffic. Furthermore, while California Vehicle Code 12500 states that, quote, a person may not drive a motor vehicle upon a highway unless the person then holds a valid driver's license issued under this code. The code also clearly recognizes that certain persons may be exempt from this law, and California Vehicle Code 12502 lists, quote, a non-resident over the age of 18 years having in his or her immediate possession a valid driver's license issued by a foreign jurisdiction of which he or she is a resident as a valid exemption. Mr. Fryer is well within his rights to travel into any American state without first acquiring a license issued by that state, and that has been the case for nearly a century.
How you doing?
Great, how are you?
Awesome, man. I'm allowed to film you.
I didn't say you weren't.
I don't know why you're shining the light on my camera then.
Well, I'm just making sure I can see inside the car.
And is 11 out on the foot beat?
Well, you don't need to do that by following the camera.
It's very defensive, sir. Why is that?
Because you pull me over and you don't know what for.
I told you what for. Look at your camera. You'll be able to see what for.
I didn't do anything though. You lied about the stop sign.
I didn't.
And you don't understand what exhaust is on my car. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So I'm citing you for not having a California driver's license, and I'm also citing you for having a modified exhaust. So go ahead and sign right here. Send admission of guilt. Just promise you don't take care of the citation.
What's that for?
I just told you.
No, you didn't. What was it?
Modified exhaust, right? 1.
Yeah.
You're not having a California driver's license.
I don't need a California driver's license.
So can you sign here, please?
And if I don't?
I have to take you to jail.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, the officer informs Mr. Fryer that if he refuses to sign the citation, then he will be taken to jail, which aligns with California law. Under subsection B of California Vehicle Code 40302, an individual may be arrested and taken before a magistrate if they, quote, refuse to give his or her written promise to appear in court, which essentially translates to refusing to sign a citation. As the officer explained, citations are not an admission of guilt, and they serve as nothing more than a promise to appear before the court regarding the alleged violation. As we have discussed many times on ATA, officers are generally within their authority to arrest citizens for nearly any violation, regardless of whether the violation is a misdemeanor or a felony offense. And citations offer citizens a convenient way to avoid being taken to jail until they can appear before a magistrate. If Mr. Fryer had refused to sign the citation, the Beverly Hills officer would have been well within his authority to arrest him and take him to jail until a magistrate became available. It should be noted that not all states have drafted laws that require citizens to sign citations, and it is often left to the officer's discretion and departmental policy to determine the appropriate course of action. The Beverly Hills officer also informs Mr. Fryer that he is being issued a citation for a modified exhaust, and Mr. Fryer claims that he does not have an aftermarket exhaust on his vehicle. Section 27150.1 of the California Vehicle Code prohibits the sale and installation of motor vehicle exhaust systems that fail to meet the regulations and standards applicable to the code. And Section 27150.2 states that exhaust systems installed on motor vehicles with a manufacturer's gross vehicle weight rating of less than 6,000 pounds may emit no more than 95 decibels of sound when tested in accordance with Society of Automotive Engineers standard. Therefore, even if Mr. Fryer's exhaust system was not modified in any way, he may still be in violation of California's vehicle code if his exhaust emits a sound louder than 95 decibels. When a citizen is issued a citation for a modified exhaust in California, they are generally required to obtain a certificate of compliance from a state testing facility pursuant to Section 44036 of the California Health and Safety Code to ensure that their vehicle is compliant with California's exhaust noise standard. Whether or not Mr. Fryer was actually in violation of California's exhaust laws is impossible to determine without the proper sound measuring equipment, but the officer would be within his authority to issue Mr. Fryer a citation for a modified exhaust based on his observations, and allow a court to determine whether the citation was in fact valid.
Is that part of the, not having a driver's license thing too?
California. So like I said, it's not an admission of guilt, just promising you'll take care of the citation. So with that being said, your car is subject to tow.
What?
Why? Because you're driving your own license in California.
I can do that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can. I have a Canadian driver's license. It's not illegal to drive here with that.
Okay, that's what I'm telling you. So my suggestion to you is I'm not going to tow your car. I'm letting you know that your car is subject to tow. Okay? So with that being said, I suggest that you probably go and park your car somewhere and not drive anymore. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any questions about it?
Yeah, I just don't understand how you don't understand the law and how you're enforcing something on me that's not legal.
Okay. Like I said,
yeah, it's all good.
You're innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, the cite, it's an admission of guilt. Just promise you'll take care of the citation.
Yeah.
With that being said, sir, if I see you again driving the car, we'll tow it.
You have no permission to tow my car.
I do.
No, you don't.
Okay. So I can do it now. I'm choosing not to. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting into this little match with you. I'm just letting you know, and I'm advising you right now because I would rather not do that.
It's because you know you can't.
I can.
I mean, you can, but at the end of the day, I'm right, you're wrong, but you'll still do it. I get it.
Here, the officer informs Mr. Fryer that his vehicle is subject to being towed because he does not have a California-issued driver's license, and Mr. Fryer disagrees. As we discussed earlier, Mr. Fryer's Canadian driver's license is recognized by all 50 states as valid, and the officer would not be within his authority to tow Mr. Fryer's vehicle based on this violation. All that said, officers are permitted to make reasonable mistakes while in the field under the doctrine of qualified immunity. Qualified immunity is a legal concept that protects government officials from lawsuits alleging that the official violated a citizen's rights, and was first formulated in the 1982 Supreme Court case of Harlow versus Fitzgerald. The Fitzgerald case established the notion of qualified immunity for federal government officials, and it wasn't until the 1986 case of Malley versus Briggs that the Supreme Court considered expanding the protections offered by qualified immunity to state police officers. The notion of qualified immunity is built upon the idea that officers should not be subject to being sued for making an honest mistake in the field, and whether or not an officer is entitled to qualified immunity immunity depends largely on the reasonableness of their actions. In the 1987 case of Anderson versus Creighton, the Supreme Court held that, quote, whether an official protected by qualified immunity may be held personally liable for an allegedly unlawful official action generally turns on the objective legal reasonableness assessed in light of the legal rules that were clearly established at the time it was taken. The court concluded that so long as an officer's actions were reasonable and no clearly established jurisprudence existed to show otherwise, then they would be entitled to qualified immunity regardless of their actions. There are a litany of issues associated with qualified immunity, but one of its biggest flaws is the notion that police misconduct must violate a right that had already been clearly established by previous cases, which essentially leaves first-time victims of police misconduct with no legitimate recourse for their experiences. For example, in the 2017 Supreme Court case of Baxter versus Bracey, an appeals court ruled that it was not clearly established that it was unconstitutional to release a police dog on a surrendering suspect sitting with his arms raised, despite the fact that the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals had previously ruled that officers violated the Fourth Amendment when they released a police dog on a suspect who had surrendered by lying down. The officers essentially hinged their argument for qualified immunity on the distinction between sitting down with hands raised as a form of surrender versus laying down on the ground. These ambiguous distinctions in what is and is not considered clearly established law are a major point of controversy, and many legal scholars contend that the current interpretation of qualified immunity has devolved into an all-encompassing shield to protect obvious corruption and misconduct. Since its inception, the qualified immunity doctrine has been thoroughly criticized for failing to consider the practical and human implications associated with the concept. But nonetheless, the Supreme Court has refused to consider cases challenging the legality and constitutionality of the doctrine, although it has had many opportunities to address the subject. So while the officer was clearly wrong about his authority to tow Mr. Fryer's vehicle, there is a very high chance that he would be entitled to qualified immunity if he had decided to tow the car, because of the lack of clearly established precedent regarding the legality of driving without a state-issued license.
Okay, so that's playing hardball.
It's all good, dude.
Okay, so like I said, if I see you again, I will tow your car, sir.
Yeah.
Okay? You have yourself a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Thank you.
After issuing Mr. Fryer citations for driving without a valid license and a modified exhaust, he left the scene without further incident. After conferring with his friends for a moment, Mr. Fryer got back into his vehicle and drove to the Beverly Hills Police Station to file a formal complaint.
Okay, so tell me...
I'm going to record this. The best way.
It's already recorded?
No.
24/7?
For myself.
Okay.
Thanks.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So what documentation do you have, like as far as your ID or license, or... Because you got to understand, I'm trying to recreate what you're telling me happened in the field.
Yeah, valid insurance and registration.
So you're visiting?
I am.
Okay. And you reside?
In British Columbia and Victoria, yes.
Okay.
And that's all valid current information?
Any foreign resident that has a foreign issued driver's license.
I'm not a resident.
No, I'm just saying they can drive, right?
Yeah.
So you got a citation for something you should not have received.
Correct.
That's item one.
And then the threat to take my vehicle away from me based on that citation, which doesn't exist.
Okay, so the good news is that did not happen. You have your car.
I have my car at the moment, but I want to go for dinner in Beverly Hills, and I don't want to be harassed while I'm here for the rest of my 5-day visit.
Got it. Okay. So then what is the desired outcome? Do you want me to speak to the officer about this? What is your end goal? What is it that you'd like to have happen?
Correct. I've been through this. So I would like I'd like to file a complaint, and I'd like the officer to be educated on the international, Canadian, U.S. driving, whatever the legal jargon is, that I can drive on this license, and I'm not to have my vehicle towed if he sees me around Beverly Hills again.